2018's Unity of Heroes web film was not a very good film by any means, but its moderate success has warranted itself a sequel. Vincent Zhao once again reprises his iconic role as Wong Fei Hong in Warriors of the Nation, as well as serving as one of the many producers on the project. During a street parade where White Lotus Clan marches the street chanting slogans of foreign devil eradication, and a civilian march protesting against the Japanese ends in a clash of both parties, Wong Fei Hong jumps into the fray, fighting off a female cult member. In an attempt to obtain the Imperial Seal, the White Lotus ambushes the local minister. Luckily, the minister's right-hand man manages to flee with the seal and makes it to Wong Fei Hong. Fei Hong and his trusted sidekick, Leung Fun, storms the White Lotus Clan base and successfully unmasks the White Lotus Clan's leader and exposes his fraudulent abilities. Soon, the Japanese attacks Pochi Lam, in which Butcher Wing, Bucktooth Soul, Aunt 13, and Liu Xiaoyu are forced to fend off the assailants, but the Japanese forces still manages to flee with the seal in hand. Fei Hong and Leung Fun sneaks into a brothel / the Japanese base to confront the lead Japanese general and the previously mentioned female cult member who is colluding with the Japanese. Butcher Wing and Bucktooth Soul decides to have some fun and ventures to the very same brothel, and they are confronted by the Japanese henchmen. A fight ensues between Team Fei Hong and the Japanese. Editor turned director Marco Mak takes over directional duties from Lingjun Zhao, who handled the previous film, The Unity of Heroes. Mak has never been a strong director, delivering some rather pedestrian features such as Naked Soldier and Tracing Shadows and Sanda, but he does instill a more entertaining affair than the previous outing. Sadly, the film uses a lot of Dutch camera angles even in the most ill-fitting moments, and the framing is very generic, cutting back and forth between the various actors with few occasions placing two actors in the same frame. Vincent Zhao seems more at ease this time around, opposed to his rather bland outing in The Unity of Heroes, but sadly this time around his characters afforded some rather odd actions, delivering some strange comedic beats. Hong Kong's regular Japanese actor Kenya Sawada, whom you may recognize him from Jackie Chan's Thunderbolt, Hidden Man and The Legend is Born Ip Man, makes a strong villain turn. He has strong on-screen presence and is only let down with such an undeveloped character afforded to him. Li Luobing and Chen Chen both return in their respective roles from the previous outing, which they now seem to fit more comfortably. Also returning is Wei Ni as Aunt 13, but sadly this time around any semblance of strong independent woman is gone, and now she is an overly attached female character. The most welcome and surprising role reprisal is Wei Xiaohuan, who had a bigger role in Unity of the Heroes, but this time is sidelined to a small supporting role. She puts in one of the stronger performances. The biggest disappointment is the absence of Clubfoot. Instead, he is replaced by another iconic disciple, Bucktooth Soul, played by Gou Shuiming, and this is the gravest mistake. Never has Bucktooth Soul been as annoying as he is here. Not only is he incompetent in any department associated with Wong Fei Hong, neither proficient in martial arts nor medicine, he's also a massive pervert. Gou Shuiming amps up his annoyance with an abundance of face pulling and going all gooey-eyed for the woman of his dreams. What were the filmmakers thinking by taking an iconic character from the Wong Fei Hong canon and destroying him in the way that they have done here is beyond comprehension. Fights this time around are better handled with some reasonable choreography, just hampered with some rather lackluster camera movements and angles, oftentimes with some rather quick cuts here and there. The opening has a nice moment where Fei Hong jumps into the fray and execute multiple kicks, but oddly the filmmakers decided it would be good to have the people running in front of the frame obscuring some of the moment. The open also shamelessly replays the exact same shot twice to pretend it's a different moment in time, but it's clearly the same move and camera angle. Li Luobing once again fails to demonstrate any fighting prowess. The finale pits Vincent Zhao against Kenya Sawada, which is competent but nothing to make it truly stand out. Just like her previous outing in Unity of Heroes, Wei Xiaohuan delivers some well executed movements. There's a lot of variety on display with sumo wrestlers, karate exponents, and katana fights. The general march score is Wong Fei Hong's staple theme. It's something forever associated with the name. It makes a return here, but it feels it lacks the grandiose scale of previous entries with less layers in its recordings and comes across as a bit compressed. Nevertheless, it's here and it kicks in during some of the fights, but it just happens. There's no build up and it does not give that sense of triumph that is commonly felt during these moments, usually due to the fact that what plays on screen has not built towards that very moment. The film literally borrows every element from other more successful films and outright ripping off its own Wong Fei Hong film, Once Upon a Time in China saga, with the inclusion of the White Lotus sect and a female cult leader a la Red Lantern sect. You have the female cult leader falling in love with Fei Hong just for setting eyes on him, which something similar happened in Once Upon a Time in China 4. You have the storming of the White Lotus sect headquarters, and lo and behold, the sect leader is wearing a metal plate to lie about his invincible skin, which you have seen in Once Upon a Time in China 2. And this is only the first half of the film. After defeating the White Lotus sect, the evil Japanese, comes into the foreground, and now Fei Hong has to take on yet another film about the evil Japanese, which has been done countless times. Fist of Fury, Ip Man, The Legend of the Fist, Return of Chun-Jin, and Fearless, just to name a few. The film also takes the one very iconic film moment and completely makes it devoid of any emotional impact. During some questionable antics by Bucktooth Soul and Butcher Wing, they encounter a guard at a brothel. As the disciples try to enter, the guard points to the sign saying "No dogs, no Chinese allowed." Riled up, Butcher Wing smashes the sign and engages in a brawl. There's no moment of satisfaction or glory as the sign gets smashed. It happens and it goes, like an empty nod to Bruce Lee. Those used to seeing Wong Fei Hong as an invincible martial arts master would sadly be disappointed. Here he managed to get himself caught and tied while he was trying to attack the female protagonist who happens to be bathing. As he is bound in order to break free, he throws himself off a second floor balcony and makes what seems to be the most ugly entry to a brawl in a Wong Fei Hong series. Warriors of the Nation is a better film than its predecessor. It's more concise and tighter in storytelling with a stronger variety of fights. It's pedestrian and pretty standard in all departments, but it's easy to digest. It's only marred by some truly annoying characterization in the form of Bucktooth Soul.